Hello friends and YouTube chess lovers, this is Dawal Khambolja and welcome to the new video of the Mysterious Night. In this video, I'm going to discuss one of the best games played by the man himself, Bobby Fischer. Here, Fischer is playing with the white pieces and Samuel Reshevsky is playing with the black pieces. This game was played in 1958 between these two grandmasters. And one thing is worth to notice that Samuel Reshevsky was a very cream layer of the grandmaster because in his chess career he played against 11 world champions and he has beaten 7 of them. So it is not like that Fischer is playing against a low rated player, so this might happen, but the level of Mr. Bobby Fischer was so high that he could do this kind of a forced resign in only 10 moves, right? So here Fischer played pawn to e4 and Reshevsky replied pawn to c5. White continued with the knight to f3 and black responded with knight to c6. Now here white has break the center with the pawn to d4. Black obviously took that pawn on d4 and white replied with knight takes pawn on d4. Here opponent decided to play g6 and open up the diagonal for the dark square bishop, which is the dragon variation of the Sicilian opening. And Fischer continued with knight to c3. Now here black has various choices, but he decided to play bishop to g7 and white responded with the bishop to e3. Here black played knight to f6 and white responded with the bishop to c4, which is the signature move of the Bobby Fischer against the Sicilian opening. Here black has decided to castle. Up to this point the position looks quite similar, although white's pieces are way more active and white has a good center control, but black's defense is solid. Here Bobby Fischer played again his one of the signature moves against Sicilian, that is bishop to b3. Now black was waiting before this move to for a blunder, kind of a blunder thing from white, like moves pawn to pawn to f3, right? Here black can play his queen to b6, which makes almost position in favor of the black, right? Because after your b2 pawn is hanging, so you can save this pawn by playing bishop to b3, but after that move your knight on the d4 is hanging, so black can capture this pawn on e4 and at least have a advantageous position, not decisive yet but advantageous position, right? So Fischer of course don't allow such kind of things, so he simply played bishop to b3. And I want to force you people to think and find that move which Fischer could play after black played knight to a5. Pause this video for the 30-second and think if you can find that amazing move sequence. Okay, I hope that you should have find this move, pawn to e5. Bam. Now black cannot take on b3 because although it is the juicy bishop which black can take because it is covering a nice diagonal against his king, but after knight takes on b3, pawn takes on f6, knight takes on a1, pawn takes on g7, black's knight on a1 square is trapped and white has to take the pawn on g7, otherwise his rook will be gone. So this cannot happen. Now black knight has two squares to go for. One is the knight to h5 and another is knight to e8. However, knight to h5 results in a trap of a knight after g4. So Black decided to go for knight to e8. This was even worse because after knight to e8, the another jam move is coming from the man himself, Bobby Fischer. I again wanted to pause you here, right now, and think for 30 seconds if you can find that move. Okay, so I suppose that you should have find this move. Bishop takes f7. Bam. Here, the opponent, Samuel Reshevsky, resigned because after rook takes f7 or king takes f7, it results in a clear loss for black. I'll show you quickly. What if rook takes f7, knight to e6, bam. Opponent's queen is trapped. The queen on d8 is looking quite pretty because it has no squares to go for, and hence black can resign here, right? Now, what if king takes on f7? This case is even worse because after knight to e6, the queen is again trapped. But here you will argue that what's wrong with taking the knight with the king? But it results in even worse position after queen to d5 check, king to f5, g4 check, king takes g4, rook to g1 check, king on h4 or maybe wherever, uh, queen to e4 check, king to h5, and queen to g4 checkmate. So black has few variations, 2 3 different kind of moves can be tried, but ultimately all the variations are resulting into the checkmate. So on this move 10, bishop takes on f7, black resigned. Hope you like this video. Feel free to comment and like, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you.